Good morning, everyone. I am your sixth reporter for this morning. The given topic to me is entitled Discourse Ethics. So for this morning, we're going to discuss the chapter 6, which discusses how people from their moral judgments and the evolution of ethical thinking from pre-modern to the present. So, common sense morality. People assume they instinctively know right and wrong without deep reflection. Yes, of course, sometimes ganito yung attitude or traits na meron tayo ang isang tao. Kaya mas naniniwala siya sa kanyang thought, mas naniniwala siya na ang kanyang actions is makakabuti sa kanya at sa lahat without deep reflection. So, um, hindi niya kinukonsider kung ano yung magiging possible outcomes ng kanyang actions kay tungod anong padalos-dalos lang man siya wala niya ginatanaw kung unsa ang maging effect ato ba maging effect ato sa iban kay tungod people assuming that they are no right, di ba? Kay kumbaga close mindset sila ba when it comes to yung anak kay dili sila gusto na i-instruct gud sila kung unsa ilang buhaton kay tungod feeling nila tama sila, they are perfect when it comes to morality, when it comes to thinking. So kumbaga you are not considering what will be the effect of your actions or maybe your decisions. So, second is example includes attitude towards wife beating, which vary depending on cultural perspective. Ang example ani is attitude towards wife beating. Ang attitudes is pananakit ng asawa or pananakit ng kinakasama, which is relying for the cultural perspective ng tao. So in here gid mawala gid ang imong common sense, mawala gid ang imong morality. Kay tungod you are kanang ma-influence man ka sa imuhang society, ma-influence ka sa mga tao na nakapaligid sa imo. So for that is makabuhat kag actions na dili siya tama. Maka-decide ka for your own without any deep reflections. At pangatlo sa common sense morality is ang moral framework are often inherited from society and culture rather than personally constructed. Yes, of course, may nakukuha or namamana tayo sa ating society and culture. Kay, kung baga dako siya impact, dako siya tabang para sa atuan na kanang daghan tag learnings na nakuha ba daghan tag knowledge at the same time ma-apply na to siya para sa atua and ma-mold ato ang panghuna-huna ba mas wide na gid siya kay tungod na influence ta sa society and culture in a good way, of course ma-apply na to siya in a good way. And the second one is cultural influence and ethics. Ethical beliefs are shaped by social status, gender, history, and ethnicity. Yes, of course, ma-shape ang ato ang cultural beliefs, ang atong ethical beliefs because of our social status. Kung unsa ta, kung asa ta, 'di ba? Dakog tabang ang ato ang society sa ato ang ato ang environment na ma-shape ang ato ang morality or ang ato ang ethical beliefs. And of course sa gender is mas mag-develop pa ta ba, mas ma-enhance pa kung unsa ang kakayahan nato as a person. Of course ethnicity, kung asa ka nga tribe na belong or ethnicity na belong. So for that is mas mag-strong ang imuhang ethical beliefs kay tungod dako siya tabang sa imuha na mas mag-develop pa ang imuhang critical thinking, ang imuhang morality o ang imuhang paniniwala kay tungod dako siya natabang para sa imuha at the same time maka-benefits pud ang iban sa kung unsa ang imuhang na-adapt or na-influence ka sa imuhang social status. And of course, while moral perspective differ, this does not necessarily means all morality is relatives. Yes, of course, kay kay kung sakaling relative sila tanan is kung magiging relative sila tanan equal and valid kay maaring siguro maging difficult para sa ilahan na maka-make og decisions, maka-make og ideas maka-make og ideas of moral progress. Some moral framework are more constructive and human-centered than others. Yes, dili man gid tanan pare-pareho og moral perspective, no? So, syempre, lahi-lahi gid ta kay you are not the same when it comes to our moral perspective. So in here is it is more constructive kay tungod ginhatagan og interest or ginhatagan og values pagtagad kung unsa ang wants or needs sa humans. So dili lang siya ingon na ikaw lang yung maka-benefit, kumbaga ginahatagan pod og interest kung unsa ang wants and needs na gikinahanglan nato, di ba, as a human. So the shift from transcendent order of human autonomy. First is in pre-modern times, morality was based on transcendent order, example God, natural law, or the cosmos. Yes, kanang mas ang ato ang morality is kung before is naka-base siya sa natural law, God, and of course sa cosmos kay mas ginahatagan nato dakog respect or values ang ato ang mga sinaunang sinaunang order. Kay for that is ginahatagan nato sila og values, ginahatagan nato sila og pagtagad. So for that is gina-follow nato kung unsa ang sa una pa mga transcendent order like kung mas ginahatagan nato ang pagtagad, and of course for that is there is a process of development, diba? Mas makaayo pud siya para sa atoa kay naka-benefits man ta compared sa compared sa karon mas nangingibabaw kung unsa ang wants or kanang paniniwala sa tao ba naga-change siya compared before kay mao gito ang ginatuuhan, gina-follow, ginasunod na mas maayo para sa atoa, of course. The second one is the rise of Western modernity lead to a focus on human reason as the foundation of moral law. Yes, of course, ang pag-usbong ng makabagong proseso kay mo ni siya ang way or tulay sa human reasons or katuwiran ng tao. So base dito is dako siya tabang, malaking tulong siya sa tao. It's because nagli-lead siya sa tao ng good foundation, good morality, and then mas napapalawak yung pag-iisip ng tao. And it's because of this is dako siya factor sa isa ka tao kay mas na-develop ang iyahang or mas nahatagan og guidance ang iyahang moral values or morality sa isa ka tao. Okay. The fourth one is thinkers sought to develop universal moral principles without relying on religious belief. Yes. Thinkers here is kita. We as a thinkers, we as a human na gusto nato ma-develop ang ato ang moral principles kay tungod gusto nato ma-create or gusto nato na mas mag-develop pa ang ato ang critical thinking na wala taga-rely sa paniniwala nato ba. Siguro it serve as a guidance to us na kanang mas mahatagan pa ta og more idea, pero para sa ato is gusto nato na kanang mas ma-develop pagid siya ba na kita mismo ang maging kita mismo ang mag-create, mag-develop sa ato ang moral principles na wala taga-rely sa paniniwala sa ibang tao or sa imuhang religious belief. And as the West encountered diverse cultures and women's movement gained momentum, it became clear that moral perspective differed widely. Yes, of course, we live in a different cultures, Manggid, and then we live in a different cultures, but we met and we practice the same cultures. And then, because of diverse culture, diverse people is nabigyan ang kababaihan um, ng nabigyan ng ang kababaihan ng kahalagahan dahil sa kakayahan nito, and malinaw na kahit na magkaiba ang gender or sexuality ng bawat isa is um, nagpapatunay na kaya rin ng kababaihan na ipakita um, yung ipakita kung ano talaga sila, ano yung capacity nila as a woman and as a person. So, the basic character of discourse procedures. The basic character of discourse procedures is centered in creating a fair, rational, and inclusive process for decision making. The key principle of this process includes argumentative and rational exchange, inclusivity and public participation, freedom from coercion, commitment to the best argument, continuous and open-ended nature, focus on common interest, and sharing of preferences and attitudes. So first is argumentative and rational exchange. Participants critically test proposals through a structured exchange of information and reasoning. Yes, it is very crucial to test and critique the proposal arguments because it will help each and everyone to know what will be the information all about, what will be the decision na kailangan baguhin, na kailangan i-discuss, i-develop para maging beneficial sa lahat. Second is the inclusivity and public participation. Everyone affected by the decision must have an equal opportunity to participate. Yes, of course, it is very crucial din in creating a decision is kailangan na maging aware tayo as a residents of the society or the community na at the end of the day is tayo yung makikinabang sa decision na yun eh. Tayo yung naka-benefits, tayo yung nabigyan ng kumbaga ng awareness with that decision. So, kailangan involved tayo sa mga decision na gagawin para alam natin kung ano yung magiging actions na gagawin natin at mabigyan ng equal opportunity ang bawat isa mabigyan ng opportunity ang bawat isa in making a decision. Third is a freedom from coercion. Discussion must be free from external and internal pressure with a decision based only on rational persuasion rather than power of manipulation. Yes, of course, in making a decision, walang bida-bida. Walang bida-bida, like, dahil ikaw ang mas powerful, mas ikaw ang nasa high position is, hindi mo aabusuhin yung mga, kumbaga, imuhang mga members. It's because ikaw yung nasa taas. So, kailangan maging fair ka, and you have to consider kung ano yung mararamdaman ng mga members mo towards of your decision. Kung ano yung mga ginawa mong decision. Of course, lahat involved and open for suggestions na makaka-benefit sa lahat, diba? You have to consider kung ano yung mga personal perspective ng iyong mga ka-members. So for that, it will help you and it will guide you to magkaroon ng so much more ideas. 4 is the commitment to the best arguments. Participants should adopt position based on the strength of reasoning, not personal interest or social pressure. Of course, mayroong paninindigan at adaptation sa nagiging posisyon. Of course, you want man na for the beneficial of everyone is dili nimo gamiton ang imuhang personal interest, your own benefits kay syempre dili man mag-grow ang imuhang kanang decision na gi-make without the support of your members. So with that is So with that, kahit na nasa high position ka, is you have to consider din sa mga members mo at mag-adapt kahit na ikaw yung may kakayahang mag-make ng decision. 5. Continuous and open-ended nature. Deliberation can always be resumed or revised as new perspective emerge. Of course, in making a decision, kailangan open to revise, and continuous participation can benefit the progress of deliberation. Open to, kumbaga, continuous siya ba na dili lang maging stagnant ang inyong decisions na ginamake kay kailangan pud if na ay mga changes is ready to revise, diba? So with that is it can benefit the progress of deliberation as new emerging one in creating a decisions. 6 is focus on common interest. The discussion should cover issues that affect everyone equally and aim for agreement that serve all members of society. Understandable naman kaayo na kailangan na mas hatagan og focus ang katong mga issues na nakaapekto sa tanan na kailangan na mabigyan ng solusyon, kailangan mabigyan ng focus katong mga issues na nakaapekto sa tanan na hindi yung sa personal interest mo. And for that, it will serve and benefit the members of the society or the community. Yes, of course, para matulungan mo rin kung ano ba yung mga needs, ano ba yung mga kailangan ng mga members mo in the society. So, next is the competing conception of the good. Explores the challenge of competing conceptions of the good in modern, multicultural societies and explains how discourse theory provides a solution. First is the problem of competing moral framework. Societies are no longer homogeneous. People have different values and moral reasoning. Yes, hindi na natin masasabi na kanang alike na yung societies because each and everyone have their different personal values and moral reasoning. So, for that is kanang kung hindi na siya look alike ba, hindi na siya the same kung ano yung societies na gina-expect mo ngayon and and then in the future. So, kumbaga nag-evolve siya ba, nag-change siya, pero nag-change siya at the same time is nag-change siya at the same time nagiging nag-serve po siya maayo sa members of the society. Second is the injustice can arise when a dominant system determines what is acceptable and sometimes limiting individuals who hold different views. Yes, totoo talaga na kapag hindi nakikipaghalubilo or hindi maganda yung pakikipag-socialize, pakikipag-interaction ng isang leader sa kanyang community is maaaring mag-cause ng hindi pagkakaintindihan. Maaaring magkaroon ng misunderstanding and for that is magkakagulo ang bawat isa kasi being a leader is you have to be you know how to interact, you know how to socialize. So for that is makuha mo yung loob ng mga tao and at the same time you are open for any suggestions na makakatulong sa'yo na mag-create ng mas better na decision. Next is ethical norms. Ethical norms evolve based on what works for society, but outdated norms can become oppressive when condition change. Yes, of course, mag-work talaga ang isang ethical norms sa isang society kung ito ay needed and resourceful sa lipunan. But maaring mabago ang mga mabago at maging harmful ito kung maaring mabago ang mga conditions. Yes, norms can be useful in the society if maging resourceful ito. Okay. Second is the dominant system and oppression. Cultural norms often emerge naturally, but they can become rigid and exclude those who do not share the same background. Yes, it may naturally emerge, but maaari ring mapaalis ang sino man ang hindi nag-share ng same background. It's because uh, it's because maaring maaaring mahirapan ang bawat isa. It's because hindi nagkakapareho yung hindi nagkakapareho yung mga um, mga ideas nila, mga norms nila. So that's why maring magkaroon ng problem. Second is, examples include arranged marriage, which were once seen as beneficial but become oppressive when individualism become more valued. One of the examples is the arranged marriage, kung saan naging beneficial nga siya sa iba kasi um, like for example sa mga Muslim na gusto nila ipa-arrange marriage sa kumbaga related lang sa ilaha ba para ang mga kayamanan nila is kanang maadto lang pud sa ilaha, kumbaga nagapalibot lang ba, dili sila gusto na maadto sa iban, like kung kinsa ang kumbaga sila magud ang parents magud ang mag-decide kung kinsa o kinsa ilang ipaasawa sa ilang mga anak, kung arranged marriage kay tungod gusto nila na ang kayamanan or mga mana nila is kumbaga nagatuyok-tuyok lang ba, so ana. Next is colonialism imposed dominant Western system on traditional societies, leading to oppression, marginalization, and conflict. Maaring dominant na ang sistema or traditional system na kondisyon ng lipunan, and most of the time nagiging daan sa pang-aapi at alitan ang bawat isa. Kay tungod next is many post-colonial societies struggles because their legal, ethical, and political system were imposed rather than naturally developed. Yes, may mga post-colonial societies ang kanang na-stress, nag-struggle kay tungod dili sila kanang against sila ba kung unsa ang nahitabo sa ilang society. At kumbaga nagiging punishment na rin ito, nagiging punishment na pud ni sa tanan, nagiging punishment ito sa lahat rather than naturally developed. Kumbaga hindi na nagiging natural yung nangyayari sa society nila ba kay tungod dili sila ganahan kung unsa ang kanang kung unsa ang mga actions na ginabuhat sa ilang kumbaga kuan ba pamamalakad sa ilang society. So for that nagkakaroon ng conflict, nagkakaroon ng misunderstanding kasi hindi na siya nagiging natural, wala na siya nag-develop pa, kumbaga nagiging stagnant na siya. So, the third one is the need for shared conception of the good. In multicultural societies, different communities may see morality differently, leading to conflicts. So because of being diverse society, may unity ang isang society, ay maaring naging problem siya sa ibang bakay kay tungod kumbaga nakita lang nila na ang isa ka society is diverse sila na ay mga society, and naging diverse sila na ay unity, nagtabanganay sila para mas ma-develop and mag-grow pa ang ilahang community pa. So parang ang dating sa iban is nagiging problem siya, nagiging parang nagiging kompetensya siya ba na feeling sa iba na mga kanang societies or communities is kompetensya siya kasi nagkompetensya siya kasi para sa kanila ang naging kompetensya siya dahil sa naging estado ng kanilang community. So kahit na they have the same practice, the same communities, pero parang the same communities but sometimes is humahantong sa point na parang kanang kompetensya kung hunahunahon sa ibang ba. Dapat we as a member of different societies, we have to be happy, we have to accept and adopt kung ano man yung development or progress ng isang community, diba? So para sa atin is mabigyan tayo ng ideas kung ano ba yung actions na gagawin natin to develop our community. Okay. Second is, a just society must find ways to build a shared ethical framework that includes all perspective without oppression. Yes, of course, society must be friendly and welcome society. Marunong makaisa at hindi kailangan na magpa-impress dahil ito ang society na mayroon sila. Of course, society will find ways to share the ethical framework that include all perspective ng mga tao na walang inaapakan or walay ginaapi ba? Walang inaapi or inaagrabyado, di ba? Dapat society must be friendly, must be welcome, di ba, sa iba. Kahit sabihin mo natin na may mga visitors na hindi mo ka member of the society, pero you have to respect them, you have to welcome them, di ba? Para magkaroon din tayo ng peace society on peace of mind also. Number 4, discourse theory as a solution. Discourse theory provides a way of people with different values to reach ethical agreements. It is really a must na kailangan magkaroon ng isang conference or meeting sa isang community upang mas mapalawak ang pagkakaisa at ang mga values na mayroon ang bawat isa upang maabot ang pinaka-goal ng iyong society, ng ethical agreement ba, na kung saan is ma-reach mo, maabot mo yung standard na gina-expect mo sa iyong society, sa isa ka community, to provide the needs of every individuals belong in the society. Yes, of course, it is really a must need na kailangan is magkaroon ng pagtipon-tipon ba for awareness and for the awareness and kanang kung ansa man ang mga actions na kailangan buhaton. Okay. Second is, it ensures that laws and ethical system are accepted as valid by all rational, autonomous individuals rather than being imposed by force. Yes, kailangan na maging valid and acceptable ang katuwiran ng lahat, kung ano man yung katuwiran ng lahat upang maging strong at autonomous ang bawat isa. Hindi kailangan na inuuna mo yung personal interest mo na nagatake kag advantage sa tanan ba. But you have to consider each and everyone who give big contribution to build their community strong as it is. As it is. Hindi mo inuuna kung ano yung feeling mong makaka-benefit sa'yo, dahil hindi mo inuuna kung ano yung feeling mong mas maka-benefit sa imo ba, mas makuha nimo imong own interest. So dapat maging beneficial siya sa tanan, na maging beneficial siya and adaptable sa lahat. Okay, next is legislating for autonomous rational beings. It explores how rational autonomous human beings can create ethical norms and laws that are valid for all members of society. The key idea is that people should not simply follow rules out of the fear, practically, or authority, but rather because they recognize that the rules are rational and just. Yes, of course, hindi mo lang dapat alam kung ano yung mga rules and regulation or policy ng iyong community. Dapat maintindihan mo at maunawaan mo, at the same time, ma-apply mo, di ba? In everyday living, kasi it is really a must na alam mo at ano yung mga actions na gagawin mo, alam mo yung yung good moral ba, alam mo kung ano yung tama at mali. So, yeah. First is freedom and rationally in ethical decision making. The true freedom comes when people act based on their own rational will, not because of consequences or authority. Sabi dito is nagmumula ang kalayaan or ang freedom ng isang tao sa kanyang actions na pinapakita, sa kanyang kakayahan. So, for that is na-express mo yung kung ano yung gusto mong i-express without thinking kung ano man yung consequences ng kung ano man yung magiging result ng or outcomes ng iyong actions. Kasi you are not hindi ka man wala man ka naga-base, wala man ka base sa kung unsa ang consequences or authority sa imong actions. Kaya syempre, sa'yo na yan eh. Ikaw man ang nagabuhat. So, ang freedom mo is nagmumula sa'yo, sa kakayahan mo, kung ano yung actions na ginapakita di mo. Second is, people need norms of behavior to guide them in making moral decision, especially in multicultural societies where different conception of the good exist. Syempre, we as we as an individual is kailangan nato ang norms and behaviors kay mo ni siya ang guide sa ato para mag-make og decision, para mag-make og wise decision ba na makabuti sa ato at the same time is makabuti pod sa iban. So for that is maging kanang adaptable ta ba, maging adaptable ta kung unsa ang norms ang iban, especially society na kanang inclusive, kanang na unity, na pagkakaisa. So for that is maging adaptable ta kung unsa ang kung unsa ang naa sa ato ang surrounding. So for that it will guide us to make a decision, to make a best decision that is beneficial to us at the same time with others.